With many advances in the transport sector, Opibus, a Swedish Kenyan firm, is creating and assembling powered electric vehicles and motorcycle units locally tailored for the African continent, leading to the transition of sustainable transport. Opibus, the first company in Kenya to deliver locally produced electric motorcycles and vehicles, is today in the race to distinguish itself as a market leader in the development of electric vehicles in Africa.
Taking the road to e-mobility as a way to decarbonize transport. Since 2017, Opibus has been in the business of future-proofing existing gasoline and diesel vehicles by converting them to electric.
When the company was founded in 2017, we started working on conversion of these safari utility vehicles, mostly Land Cruisers and Land Rovers that are used by tourists in the park. But so far we have grown. Now we have electric motorbikes. We did conversion of those, but now we're in the process of making and fully assembling one here in our workshop. And then also we diversified to having solar and now battery solutions.
Globally, there's a shift towards green energy. The automotive industry has been able to provide about 100,000 direct and indirect jobs to Kenyans by creating about 30,000 vehicles in one shift and providing 30 billion per annum through taxation. Despite this, the biggest challenge the sector faces is the shift from internal combustion engines, which is the infrastructure installed by the local industry. Opibus company says it is on the move to solve the challenge of transport emissions.
Electric vehicles do not use gas or diesel, which is what produces those emissions, the greenhouse gases. But for the electric vehicles, it's zero emission, so there are no gases at all, and therefore we have a very minimal carbon footprint, which means we don't really contribute a lot to the greenhouse gases.
Statistics show that Boda Boda is the largest growing sector, supporting about 5.2 million Kenyans, with over 1.5 million registered Boda Boda riders. Each year, about 200,000 Boda Boda stop working because of age, breakdown, and life cycle risk. The motorcycles have also been blamed for air pollution and noise pollution, which is hazardous to the environment. Opibus is now shifting to electric bikes in Kenya that will reduce cost, air pollution, and greenhouse gas emissions. Lucy Muyala, a professional mechatronic engineer at Opibus, takes us through the e-bike conversion process that involves the removal of the fuel tank, leaving space for a battery that powers the electric motorcycle.
For the electric motorbikes, we start by assembling the frame and all the mechanical parts. And then once that is done, we assemble the wheels, and then we mount the controller, and then I'll do the wiring, lights, etc. And then after that, we now test the controller settings, see whether they are working well, whether the bike brakes as it should, accelerates as it should. Then we do some tests. These are range tests, torque, and things like that. And then once the quality control process is validated and the bike has passed all the tests, then now it's ready for shipment to clients.
The e-bike has a battery lifespan of 1,000 life cycles that can go to a maximum of 100 kilometers per hour on a single charge, and on harsh terrains, 70 kilometers per hour. It is also equipped with a portable charger that serves a battery for a period of 2 hours.
We offer swappable batteries, and we offer a charger, a portable charger. So that means you get to charge your battery from wherever, as long as there's a socket outlet. Now, our batteries are 2 kilowatt hour. So that's like 2 units in layman's terms. So the cost of charging, is just equivalent to 2 tokens, which is almost 50 shillings. And that's sufficient to run you in a day, because a regular Boda Boda rider requires about 80 kilometers in a day.
Opibus also has a swapping station for the tailored batteries, creating efficiency for the riders. Buyers have, however, complained of high cost of purchase of electric batteries and insufficient charging infrastructure. Opibus plans to partner with KPLC to introduce charging stations that will be utilized in public points, as well as more technological advances with the e-bike's charging system.
We're also working at making this system very automated, very smart and intelligent, where you'll be able to locate a charging station while driving. If your battery is, say, at 40%, So you'll be notified, maybe via app or something. So you'll be notified that your battery is at 40% and your nearest station is at such and such a place. So it's easy for you to be able to know whether to reduce speed so that you can get to the said charging station.
One unique thing about Opibus is that besides offering an insurance of 2 years, 35% of its vehicles and bikes components are designed and built locally and hence supporting local entrepreneurs. The output can also be tailored for local markets need.
We deal with both international and domestic products. So we import those equipment such as the electric motor, which I think our country is still getting to the process of manufacturing such complex, but it's not yet there. So such equipment we procure from international suppliers, but also locally we source materials to make our boxes, to make our frames and all that from local manufacturers.
And what is the market reception like for e-bikes and vehicles?
Market reception for EVs has been really good. So a lot of people are open to that since they see that the world is moving towards that. So recently there was a memo that went out from the CS for transport and for the bus rapid transport tendering. So they were asking to have electric vehicles given priority when they're tendering that. So that shows that we are very ready to adopt electric vehicles as a transport solution in the public sector. Yeah.
Opibus plans to expand its business, including delivering its first electric vehicle to the Kenyan market by the first quarter of 2021. The company has received support from investors and now promises Kenyans to brace for more renewable solutions in the transport sector with hope of support from the government of Kenya.
From the government, we are looking to have support from them. So in terms of them exempting us from paying some sort of import duties in terms of when you're importing, when you're buying motors and anything EV related. Also incentives in terms of lowering the price for charging tariffs, what we'll be charging now to the customers once they charge, and also providing more space where we can set up charging infrastructure and also policies that will make it easier for any EV operator. Kenyans should expect first a motorbike that is made 100% here locally from local engineers and using local materials, and it will be affordable for the normal operator. Also expect buses as well that will be used for public transport that are made here in Kenya.
E-mobility is being embraced globally, and here in Kenya, Opibus is championing for robust use of e-vehicles and e-motorcycles on Kenyan roads. The big question is Kenya ready for this new technology? For Metropole TV, I'm Mercy Achieng.